All right, friends, we're gonna get started in a seated posture. Grab at least one block, sit up onto your shins. You'll place the block the wide way in between your heels with your big toes extended straight back, coming to Virasana. And if one block doesn't do the job, then you can stack two blocks on top of each other. If your knees or ankles or feet are sensitive, you might place a blanket underneath your entire setup. So do make sure that your thighs are parallel rather than Ving out. And then rest your hands on your thighs in a comfortable space. Palms down can be a bit more grounding. Up can be a little more opening. Try to align the crown of the head right over the chest and the chest over the hips. And then allow the eyes to gently close or soften, whatever feels best in this moment. Allow yourself a moment to arrive into a little bit of stillness. Arrive into this moment on your mat, in your body, exactly as it is. Invite a slow but deep breath in through the nose, really filling up the belly with air. And a gentle exhale out of the mouth. And then start to find a smooth and steady breath in and out of the nose here. Try to match the length of your inhales with the length of your exhales. With every exhale, press down into your sitting bones a little more. Get a little more rooted through the lower body. With your inhales, grow a little bit taller. Reach the crown of the head up, lengthen all four sides of the torso. So use your exhales to press down. Your inhales to lengthen. Take another deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, allow the eyes to softly flutter open. And now reach your arms forward in front of you, arms about shoulder height. Direct your front ribs down and in towards the frontal hip bones. And then a big breath in, raise your arms to the sky for Utthita Hastasana arms. Try to keep the arms about shoulder width apart. Spin your inner arms back and wrap the outer upper arms forward and in. So you're wrapping the triceps in. Every inhale, reach up a little higher as if you could touch the ceiling. Stay to exhale, direct the front ribs down towards the frontal hip bones. Take another deep breath in here, reach up. And now as you exhale, twist to the right. Bring the right hand to the left knee or thigh, and you're gonna take a half bind with the right arm. Every inhale, reach the crown of the head up. Every exhale, start to twist. Spin the left ribs forward, the right ribs back. Use your inhales to grow taller. Your exhales to revolve. Keep rolling the shoulders back. Maybe turn the gaze over the right shoulder. Take one more cycle of breath here. And then come through center, sweep the right arm forward, cross the right elbow over the left, and find your eagle arms, Garudasana. Elbows about shoulder height, press your hands forward a bit. If this is too strong on the shoulders, try giving yourself a hug again instead. And now on the breath, inhale, lift the elbows, the chest, baby back bend. Exhale, round the spine, elbows to navel. Two more times on the breath, inhale, lift and open, create space. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and open. Open the front body. Exhale, round. Open the back body. Inhale, come through center. Release the eagle arms. Bring your arms out to the side. Turn the palms up to face the ceiling. And then inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Inner arms spin back. Outer arms wrap in. Inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, twist to your left. So take a half bind with the left hand, grab onto whatever you can, right hand to the outside of the left thigh. As you inhale, sit up a little taller. As you exhale, twist, spin the left ribs back, the right ribs forward. Inhale, reach the crown of your head up. Exhale, revolve. One more time with that pattern of breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And now start to sweep that left arm forward, cross the left elbow over the right, find your eagle arms, or of course, you could give yourself a hug. Do what feels best on the body today. On the breath, inhale, lift the elbows, the chest, maybe the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Almost like we're taking cat-cows. Inhale, lift and open the front body. Exhale, round, open the back body. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round in. With your next breath in, release the eagle, arms come through center, come off whatever you're sitting on. You will want to have a block near the top of your mat, so just place a block forward and come to a tabletop position. Walk your hands forward about 2 to 3 inches ahead of the shoulders in your tabletop. Make sure your hands are shoulder width apart, wrist creases parallel to the top edge of your mat. Tuck your toes under, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. In your down dog, glance back at your feet, make sure they're hip width apart. Make sure your inner heels are hidden behind you. Press down through every knuckle, every fingertip to push your hips up and back. Straighten the arms as much as you can. Get longer from your fingers to your shoulders to your hips. In particular, press down through the base of each index finger. Do that as you spin the inner arms, the biceps forward, and wrap the outer arms, the triceps in. If you feel the low back rounding, take a soft bend in the knees. You can send your hips higher. Relax the head and neck, the eyes, the jaw. Take a deep breath in, full breath out. And now with your next inhale, rock forward, come to a plank pose. Catch your hips shoulder height. Reach the heart forward, push the heels back. As you exhale, tap your right knee to your left upper arm, cross the body, twist. Try to get above the elbow. Inhale, send the right leg up and back. 3-legged downward facing. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose, lift it as high as you can, and lightly step the right foot forward. Toes in line with fingers, drop your back knee. This is where that block comes in handy. Grab a block, hold it the wide way between your palms, and reach your arms to the sky. Try to keep your fingers straight rather than squeezing the block with your fingers. Spin the inner arms back, wrap the outer arms in. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend and lower your elbows to shoulder height. Look at your elbows, make sure they're no wider than shoulder width apart, pin them in. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach the block up. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach the block up. Last time, exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach up, take a full breath in. Exhale, lower the block to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and twist. Peel the right arm to the sky. That left hand might go on the block, could be on the ground, your choice. Bend the front leg deeply, push the left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Reach the crown of your head forward as you push the left heel back. Every inhale, lengthen from the crown of the head to the back heel. Every exhale, twist a little more. Spin the right ribs back, left ribs forward. One more breath here. Exhale, bring your top hand down. Take an inhale. You might place a block underneath each hand if it's helpful. Back heel stays high as you exhale, straighten the front leg. And then on again, and then on the breath, inhale, bend the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the leg. One more time, inhale, bend. Exhale, draw the front leg straight and stay. Can you find a little more length in the spine? Send the heart forward. Stay to exhale, relax the head and neck. Press into the right big toe mound. Squeeze the right hip back and in towards the left heel. That way it's really the right hamstring, the back of the leg starting to open and not the outer hip taking over. Then go ahead, rebend the front knee. Lose the blocks. Step to your plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop to your knees, point your toes. Inhale here. As you exhale, bend the elbows. Try to lower your forearms to the mat at the same time. Make sure elbows are no wider than shoulder width apart. And now inhale, straighten the arms. And then exhale, lower. So I'm not shifting forward and back, just bending and straightening the elbows. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Now adding on, inhale, straighten the elbows, extend the right leg back. As you exhale, lower the forearms, tap the right knee to the right upper arm. Inhale, straighten the arms, extend the right leg back. Exhale, bend and tap. One more time, inhale, straighten, extend. Exhale, bend and tap. Now keep the forearms down, step the right leg back, left leg back, plank on the forearms. Plug into the ground with the big toe mounds. If you've taken my class before, you know this is one of my favorite poses. Press down through the palms, the forearms, the elbows. Push the ground away from you. Feel the shoulders spread across the back. Reach the heart forward as you push the heels back. Take one more breath in. Exhale, lower to the belly. Point your toes. Sweep your arms straight back. Palms flat on the mat. Press down through the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Drop the gaze slightly so the back of the neck is long. Press into every toenail, even the pinky toenails. Feel how when you press into the pinky toenails, the inner thighs spin up, which helps to widen the low back. Do that as you firm the outer ankles in. Take another deep breath in. And now keep the height of your chest. Place your hands on the mat directly under the elbows. Inhale, come to upward facing dog. Lift the thighs, roll the shoulders back. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, rock forward to your plank pose. Exhale, tap your left knee to your right upper arm. Cross the body. Try to get above the elbow. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Send the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee to your nose. Lift it as high as you can and step the left foot forward. Drop the back knee. Grab your block. Hold it between the palms, the wide way, and sweep your arms up. And it's much harder, I find, if you have a cork block. So if you're like me, you're in an unfortunate circumstance. Lift the low belly up and in. Wrap the triceps in. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower to shoulder height. Elbows pin in. Don't let them splay out. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach the block up. Exhale, bend and lower. Inhale, straighten, reach up. Exhale, bend and lower. Keep squeezing the block. Last time, inhale, reach up. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower your hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee. Twist, peel your left arm to the sky. Feel free to use that block under the bottom hand if it's helpful. Bend the front leg, push the right thigh up. Use your inhales to get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel. Use your exhales to twist. Spin the top ribs back, bottom ribs forward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, especially the bottom one. One more breath. Place the top hand down, take an inhale, maybe grab both your blocks, and then exhale, straighten the front leg, find that long pyramid pose. Again, inhale, bend the front knee, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend, last time. Exhale, straighten, and now stay. Keep your legs as they are. Find a little more length in the spine, reach the heart forward. Stay to exhale, relax the head and neck. Spin the right inner thigh back to bring the outer hip forward. Press down through the left big toe mound. Think about lifting the knee, the thigh. And then go ahead, rebend the front knee. Lose the blocks. Step to your plank. Take a breath here. Exhale, drop to your knees, point your toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, try to lower the forearms to the mat at the same time. Now your hips aren't really gonna move too much. Inhale, straighten the arms, and exhale, lower, pin the elbows in. Inhale, straighten. So more about the triceps, exhale, lower. Now adding on, inhale, straighten the arms, reach the left leg back. Exhale, lower the elbows, tap your knee to your left upper arm. Inhale, straighten, reach back. Exhale, bend and tap. One more time, inhale. Exhale, bend and tap. Keep the forearms down, step the left leg back. Right leg back, plank on the forearms. Catch your hip shoulder height. Lift the pubic bone up and in towards the navel and lengthen the tailbone to the heels. Reach the heart forward as you push the heels back. Move in two directions. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release to the belly. Point your toes, sweep your arms back, palms flat on the mat. Press down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Use your exhales to press down through the tops of your feet. Your inhales to lift and open the chest. Roll the fronts of the shoulders away from the floor. Take another deep breath in. Now keep the height of your chest. Place your hands down directly underneath the elbows. Always option to stay here, baby cobra, or inhale, upward facing. Shoulders right over the wrist. Take a full breath in. Downward facing dog as you exhale, hips up and back. Take a long breath in, a long breath out. Take one more inhale here, press back. End of your exhale, step or take a hop, feet to your hands. Lengthen at the top, reach the heart forward, slide the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Come all the way to stand, raise your arms to the sky, Utthita Hastasana. Exhale, arms by your sides, Tadasana. Find your mountain pose at the top of your mat. Press down through all four corners of the feet and then reach the crown of your head up. Roll the shoulders back, let the collarbones shine forward. Let's take a couple of rounds of Sun A today. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, rock forward, heart forward. Plant your hands beside your feet. Either step to plank or hop to bent elbows. Chaturanga. Come through your Vinyasa. Move with your breath. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. And your Vinyasa could be lowering Chaturanga. It could also be lowering to the belly. It could be doing plank with knees up or down. It could be taking baby cobra or up dog. It could be taking cat cows. So there's many ways to do a single pose or a single movement. And the yoga is so much more than just the pose that you're in, but why you chose it. And are you really listening, taking what the body needs, not just what you do out of habit? Press down through every knuckle, every fingertip. Push the hips high up towards the ceiling behind you. Take one more inhale here. End of your exhale, feet to your hands. Step or take a hop. Heart forward at the top. Exhale, folds. Inhale, rise. Reach your arms to the sky. Full breath in. And exhale, arms by the sides. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, rock forward, heart forward. Plant your hands beside the feet. Step or hop to bent elbows. Come through your Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. In your down dog, press the chest back towards the thighs. And as you do that, bring a little more pressure to your fingertips. Start to energetically lift the forearms and armpits forward in space as you send the hips back in space. Relax the head and neck, the eyes, the jaw. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the breath out. Keep the warmth in the body. Inhale, raise the right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose and lightly step the foot forward. Get your toes in line with the fingers. Cheat your foot to the right an inch. As you bend the front knee, firm the right hip back and in towards the left heel. Push the left thigh up. Now grab a block. Here's the fun part. Chest stays low. Hold the block between your palms in front of your heart, so you're just hovering over the front thigh. Option to stay right here or sweep the arms forward. Keep rooting down through the front heel. Firm the right hip back and in. Push the left thigh up. Get longer from the crown of your head to your back heel. One more breath. Now inhale, come up to a high lunge. Reach the block to the sky. Take a little bend in the back knee. Work towards making the front thigh parallel to the mat. Root down through the front heel. Try to lift the front hip off the thigh. Start to push the left thigh back. One more inhale, reach the block up. Exhale, lose the block, hands to the mat. Step to your plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, drop to your knees, point your toes. Now at the same time, shift your hips back, try to lower the elbows, the forearms to the mat. Make sure elbows are pinning in no wider than shoulder width apart. At the same time, lift the elbows, straighten the arms. Rock forward, shoulders over wrist, take an inhale. Exhale, lower just halfway. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, baby dolphin. Lower the elbows, the forearms to the mat. Inhale, straighten, rock forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Last time, exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten, rock forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press back up. Downward facing dog. Nice work. Take a long breath in, a long breath out. Inhale, raise the left leg up. Exhale, bring the knee into the nose and step the left foot forward. Toes in line with the fingers, cheat your foot to the left an inch. As you bend the front leg, firm the left hip back and in towards the right heel. Back leg is absolutely straight, push the right thigh up. And now, grab a block, keep the chest low, hold the block between the palms the wide way in front of the heart. Option to stay right here or sweep the arms forward. Get longer from the crown of the head to the back heel. Firm the left hip back and in and push the right thigh up. One more breath. Inhale, rise up to your high lunge. Sweep the block to the sky. Take a little bend in the back knee. Try to make that front thigh at a true 90-degree angle. Lift the frontal hip bones up towards the front ribs. Reach the block a little higher. Start to push the right thigh back. Straighten the arms. Last breath in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to your plank. Exhale, drop to the knees, point the toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, hip shift back. Baby dolphin, lower the elbows, the forearms. Straighten the elbows. Rock forward, take an inhale. Exhale, lower just halfway. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, hips go back, lower the forearms, baby dolphin. Inhale, straighten, rock forward. Exhale, low push up, pin the elbows in. Inhale, press up. Should we do one more? I think so. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten, rock forward. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press back up. Downward facing dog. Ooh, take a deep breath in. Let it go as you breathe out. One more inhale, push back. End of your exhale, feet to your hands, step or hop forward. Lengthen forward at the top. Exhale, folds. Press up to stand, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, arms by the sides. Tadasana. All right, my friends, let's take one round of sun bee, just moving with the breath. Inhale, bend the knees, raise the arms, come to chair pose, Utkatasana. Shift the weight into the heels and the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rock forward, heart forward. Chaturanga, step or hop. Come through your Vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing. Remember to take the poses that you need, move with your breath. From down dog, step the right foot forward, spin the back heel down, be heel to heel or wider. Rise up, warrior one, bend the front leg, push the left thigh back, reach up, look up, maybe touch palms. Exhale, hands to the mat, come through your Vinyasa. Step the left foot forward, spin the back heel down, rise up to warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Reach up, lift up and out of your legs. Maybe touch palms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come through your Vinyasa. Take a long breath in. Stay for the breath out. Push the hips up and back. Take another deep breath in here. As you exhale, drop to your knees, point your toes, come to a child's pose. Let the hips melt back. And you can rest your arms in whatever way is comfortable. Could be out to the side. Could be back by your sides. Could be supporting the forehead. Allow the eyes to soften or close. And notice if the breath got a little short or a little shallow. If the breath got a little fast. And that's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's good to create heat in the body, to move things around, to create circulation, to move stagnant energy. But we also need the ability to slow down to not let the energy get overly hyper, but to feel that sense that we can also ground when we need to. Take another breath or so in your child's pose. When you're ready, crawl your hands forward, and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. An open mouth exhale or sigh. With your next inhale, raise the right leg up. Step your right foot forward, cheat it to the right, spin the back heel down. Be at least heel to heel, rise up to warrior one. Bend the front leg, really straighten the back knee, push the left thigh back. And now from here, sweep the arms behind you, interlace the fingers behind the back. If that's too strong on the shoulders, you could use a belt, a towel, or keep hands at hips. Take a breath in, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior, dive forward and inside the front leg. Send the knuckles up and over any amount, or if hands are at hips, pin the elbows in. Keep the weight in the front heel as you bend the front knee, firm the right hip in. Straighten the back leg, press into the pinky side of your back foot. Take another cycle of breath, get planted through your feet. And now rise up to warrior one. Reach your arms to the sky, take a full breath in. Exhale, straighten your front leg, turn all your toes to the long edge of the mat. Reach the arms forward, cross the right elbow over the left, find your eagle arms. Turn your toes out, heels in, bend the knees, goddess or horse pose. Press the knees out left and right. Sit a little lower. And now inhale, lift the elbows, the chest, baby back bend. Exhale, round the spine. Just like we did earlier. Inhale, lift and open the front body. Exhale, round, breathe into the back body. One more time, inhale. Exhale, round. Keep your eagle arms, stand all the way up. Turn your toes towards the long edge of your mat. Take a breath in, hinging at the hips. Exhale, fold. Place the right hand under your face. Peel the left arm to the sky, twist. Right hand can be on the block or the ground. You can have a little bend in the knees if it helps. Rock forward, get hips over heels. Try to keep the chest over the bottom hand and then twist to your left a little more. And now from here, wrap the top arm behind you. Take a half bind, grabbing onto whatever you can. Use the bind to roll the left shoulder back. One more breath. Exhale, release, fold over your legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Lead with the chest, come all the way to stand. Reach the arms out wide. Turn the right toes forward, spin the left heel back. Firm your left hip into the midline. Take a breath here. Exhale, warrior two. Bend the front knee. Work towards making the front thigh parallel to the mat with the knee over the ankle in line with the second toe. And then as you drop the head of the right thigh, try to lift the front hip off the thigh. Firm the left hip in. Push the left thigh back. Lift the low belly. And now spread the arms out wide. Soften the eyes. Take another breath here. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, tip up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come to the ball of the back foot. Keep the chest low. Your choice, we're coming towards warrior three. You could place hands on blocks under the shoulders. Bring hands to heart center or sweep the arms forward. Keep the chest low, the gaze steady. Take a breath in, and then exhale, launch forward, stand on the front leg, float the back leg off the mat. Press into the right big toe mound, firm the right hip in. Dial all the left toes to the floor, left outer hip spins down, inner thigh up. Get longer from the crown of the head to the back heel. Take one more breath, and now two come out, bend the standing leg, lower the hands to the mat. Step your left leg back. Three-legged down dog, send the right leg up and back. Bend your knee, open up the hip, three-legged down dog. Now feel free to stay here, or if you'd like to flip your dog, rock forward onto left tippy toes. Get shoulders over the wrist. Step the right foot behind you. Reach the left arm up, and then open the chest. Lift the hips. Take a deep breath in. We'll meet back in that three-legged down dog. Right leg up and back, take an inhale. Exhale, tap your knee to your left upper arm, twist. Kick your leg out to the side. Spin the back heel down, fallen triangle. Feel free to keep your hips up. Feel free to lower the right shin to the floor. Press down with your bottom hand. Take one more breath. Top hand down. Step to plank. Come through your vinyasa or straight to down dog. Take a full breath in. Let that side go as you breathe out. Have no expectations for this side. No assumptions. Inhale, left leg up. Step the left foot forward. Spin the back heel down. Rise up to warrior one. Be heel to heel or wider. Can you feel steady, stable in your foundation? Sweep your arms back. Interlace fingers, opposite thumb on top, or use a belt or hands to hips. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, humble. Dive forward and inside. Send the knuckles up and over any amount. Relax the head and neck. Keep the weight in the front heel as you bend the front leg. Push the right thigh back. One more breath. Use the strength of your legs. Rise up, warrior one. Straighten the front leg. Turn all your toes to the long edge of the mat. Now, sorry, my back is to you. Cross the left elbow over the right. Find your eagle arms. Turn your toes out, heels in. Goddess pose, bend the knees. Shift the weight into the heels. Sit a little lower. Inhale, lift the elbows, the chest, maybe the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale, round in. One more time, inhale, open the front body. Exhale, round, open the back body. Keep your eagle arms, straighten your legs. Turn your toes to the long edge of the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Place the left hand under your face. Peel the right arm to the sky. Now as you twist, try to get more weight towards the front of the feet. Notice if you're leaning to the right foot, keep your chest over the bottom hand. Wrap your top arm behind you, take a half bind. And now can you primarily twist in the upper back? Spin the right ribs back, the left ribs forward. Do what feels best for the neck. One more breath in. Exhale, release the twist, fold forward. Hands to your hips, come all the way to stand. Reach the arms out wide. Turn the left toes forward, spin the right heel back. Firm the back hip in, take an inhale. Warrior two, bend the front knee. Take a nice long stance. Root down through your front heel as you drop the head of the front thigh. Try to rebound the left frontal hip up and off the thigh. Push the right thigh back. Do that as you lengthen the tailbone down. Spread the arms out wide, spread across the chest. Take another breath. Flip and reverse the warrior, tip up and back. Exhale, hands to the mat, come to the ball of the back foot. So option to bring hands to blocks under shoulders for warrior three. Option to bring hands to heart center or sweep the arms forward. Take a breath in. Now keep the gaze steady, launch forward. I like to start with hands on blocks. Find the foundation. Press into the left big toe mound, firm the left hip in. Spin the right outer hip down, inner thigh up. Lift the low belly. Stay for another breath. Maybe reach the arms forward. One more breath in. Two, come out, bend the left legs, plant the hands, step the right leg back. Three-legged down dog, left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Feel free to stay right here or flip the dog, rock forward, shoulders over the wrist. Step the left foot behind you. Take your flip dog or wild thing, lift the hips, open the chest. Come through center. Come back to that three-legged down dog, left leg up. Take an inhale. Exhale, knee to the right upper arm, twist. Kick your leg out to the side. Spin the back heel down, fallen triangle. Feel free to lower the left shin to the floor. Either way, press down with the bottom hand. Open the chest, one more breath. Top hand down. Find your plank, Vinyasa or straight to down dog. Take a deep breath in here. Deep breath out, let it go. One more inhale here. Exhale, gently drop to the knees. Now grab one of your blocks. Place it on the ground in front of you on the lowest height, the wide way. So now we're going to take dolphin pose with a block. And dolphin pose can be pretty intense. It does require the upper back to be quite open. If you find that this is excruciating, just know that the more you practice it, the more your shoulders and upper back will start to open. Now come to hands and knees. Place the forearms down. Bring the pinky side of your hand down so that you can bring your palms around the block. Try not to grip the block, just keep the fingers straight. And I know I sound like a broken record, but look at your elbows. Make sure they're no wider than shoulder width apart. And then take a moment, kind of karate chop your hands down, lift up and out of your shoulders, up and out of the chest. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift the hips, come to dolphin. Walk the feet in any amount. Also, of course, bend the knees if it helps. You might even bring your feet a little wider than hip width apart, come high on the toes. And your head is not on the ground, but do keep the head relaxed. Press into the palm, the outer wrists, the forearms, the elbows. Push the earth away from you. And now start to press the chest to the thighs. As if someone's hand was on your upper back, in between the shoulder blades, pressing the chest back to the thighs. As you do that, soften the front ribs in so that down dog doesn't turn into a back bend. Keep pressing down in order to lift up. Create a long line from your fingers to your shoulders to your hips. Relax the head and neck, the eyes, the jaw. Keep spinning the inner arms forward. Wrap the outer arms in. Make sure the elbows haven't splayed out. They're no wider than shoulder width. One more breath in. Exhale, drop to your knees. Child's pose. If your shoulders need a little break, you might rest the arms back by the sides. And maybe just roll out the forehead a couple of times. And now roll up so you're sitting back on your heels. So we're gonna do dolphin pose one more time. This time you can move the block to the side. We won't be using it. So if you would like to play with an inversion, well, dolphin is an inversion, but if you want to play with the inversion, pincha mayurasana, forearm stand, feel free to go to a wall to do this if you like to kick up to a wall behind you. And I'll walk you through it. Feel free to watch me do it and then pause the video, practice it a few times on your own. But just know that this is a really challenging inversion, and it's much more important to set it up carefully, set up the alignment so that you do it without causing injury to your body. And also the way you set up the pose is just as important as the pose itself. So if you feel kind of rushed, excited, then just take a deep breath in and breath out. And the yoga is how thoughtfully can we set up this challenging pose, and can we do it without freaking out, judging ourselves, comparing ourselves. All of that is much more important than the pose itself. So come onto hands and knees, tabletop. Lower the palms, the forearms to the mat. This time palms are flat. Look at the elbows, make sure they're no wider than shoulder width apart. Push the earth away from you. One more dolphin. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Now, this time hold for about 10 breaths, and you could stay right here, 2 feet on the ground. If you want to play with raising the left leg to the sky, then hold for 5 breaths. Make sure the left leg is straight. Spin the inner thigh up, outer hip down. You could stay here. If you would like to take a few hops, then walk the right foot in a little bit, Look forward in between your wrist almost. Take an inhale, bend the right knee, and as you exhale, you'll start to take a few hops, trying to get the left leg up, trying to just get one leg up. And if you find some hang time, then hold an L shape, left leg up, right leg forward, before trying to maybe squeeze the inner thighs together to bring the legs together. Lengthen the tailbone up to the heels. And then to come out, lower the right leg, come down nice and slowly. Take a breath in between sides. And then if you would like, we'll practice raising the right leg up. So come back to Dolphin, elbows no wider than shoulder width. Step the left foot in, raise the right leg up. Feel free to stay right here. Hold for 5 breaths, then come to child's pose, or right leg is straight, hop the left foot in, look forward, don't look back, take an inhale. Exhale, try to think hips over shoulders, hop the right leg up. Hold for a few breaths. Push the earth away from you. Keep the gaze steady. Reach up through the balls of the feet. When you're ready to come down, lower nice and slowly and come to a child's pose. And then just let that go because it's already in the past. And instead focus on what's present in this moment. Notice how you feel from doing that pose. And then slowly roll up so you're sitting back on your heels. Swing your feet off to one side. And have a block nearby. Come to lay all the way down on your back. Once you're on your back, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. We'll take a supported bridge pose. Have your feet about hip width apart, knees over the heels. Lift the hips, slide the block the wide way underneath your sacrum, right below the low back, either the lowest height or the medium height. Rest the arms by the sides, turn the palms up, and then snuggle the arms under so you get on top of the shoulders as much as you can. And now feel free to stay right here, or if you would like to straighten the legs, try to keep the balls of the feet down so that the inner thighs are slightly spinning down, keeping the legs straight, active, and neutral. And if you're feeling this in the low back, sometimes sliding the block a tiny bit closer to the heels can help, and sometimes it makes sense to keep the feet wide and knees bent. And after doing dolphin pose or Pinchamayurasana, whatever you are working with, start to feel your energy come down after being upside down. Feel the earth, the ground support you. And most importantly, however that pose went, notice how you feel from it. I find that oftentimes the poses that are the hardest or the poses that I like the least are actually the ones that I feel the best after. Because even though it was hard, I feel a little more centered. Keeping the attention on one thing. Maybe your chest feels a little more open. Maybe you can breathe a little bigger. And all of that is the yoga, the awareness, the waking up to what's present. And then being with what's present. Breathing into it. If your legs were straight, start to walk your feet in, bend your knees, place your feet on the ground, and then lift the hips, slide the block out from underneath you, slowly lower all the way down. Bring your arms out wide to a T or make a cactus shape with the palms up. Cross the right knee over the left knee, so you're crossing at the thighs. Move the hips to the right, drop the knees to the left, coming into one more twist. Maybe turn the gaze over the right arm. Allow the eyes to soften or to close. And then make your way back to center. Uncross your legs. Switch, cross the left knee over the right, crossing at the thighs. Move the hips to the left, drop the knees to the right. And you might turn the gaze to the left. Let go of any gripping in the fingers, relax the shoulders. Let the body do less rather than more. As you inhale, come back to center. Uncross your legs, find the center of the mat. Draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, bringing gratitude towards the body, what it does for you each and every day. And then extend the legs long on the mat, setting up for shavasana. Rest the arms by the sides. Let the body really take up space. Use any props that you need. Set up this pose just as thoughtfully as you set up any other pose today. Allow the body to relax as much as possible. Take one last slow but deep breath in through the nose. Exhale or sigh it out of the mouth. And then bring the attention back to the natural rise and fall of your breath. And begin to deepen the breath. And invite small, gentle movements back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes. And if you'd like to stay in shavasana or a meditation any amount longer, stay steady as you are. Otherwise, bring the palms together. Bring the thumbs to the third eye center. And bowing to both the student and the teacher within. Namaste.